Good morning, everyone. So, I guess today is the day of reckoning because we are here on location as they begin to remove graves today. We covered this story a number of weeks ago, and it led to some very interesting revelations about the people buried here, a little bit about their history. And so here we are, folks. They're actually doing it today. It's surprising that they would choose a Sunday to do it, but maybe that's their way of showing reverence. I'm not really sure. But anyway, they've got it covered. But of course, you guys know CMR gets all of the news. It's kind of interesting. I don't know why they have an upholstery company here, but here they are. They're trying to block it, and of course. Good morning. How are you? Good, good.
They asked that you're not option on video or anything or live stream or anything.
Why?
You have to protect the integrity of the remains of people out there as well.
But I think people also want to see the process. So if there's nothing against the law that stops me from live streaming it, then
No, I agree. Like, I just ask you to be respectful and bear in mind that these are people remains.
yeah,
And that people are working as well. You know, it's not an easy job to be out here doing this.
right.
So I just ask you that you bear that in mind and not make a spectacle. That's all.
Yeah, we're already live streaming it, just FYI. But you
Yeah,
know,
I figured. I mean, we don't have anything to hide.
we just wanted to kind of show what's involved, I guess.
Sure.
So
We just finished up. I mean, my family was the first that was moved.
so you have a family member here?
Yeah. This probably was my grandfather's sister.
Okay,
And my aunts and uncles just left.
right. So they actually have the funeral home here supervising the move.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's good to know.
Yeah, but he's actually championing the entire move.
Right.
So,
So you moved one person already, or that's the second
that
person?
was the second box that was being moved. Yeah,
Okay. Wow.
The first one was my aunt was a pine box, so it wasn't a whole lot to move. You know.
Right. Yeah.
She was buried in '89, so that's 30 years.
Wow. So obviously, I mean, they put them in cement casings, but then the other box doesn't necessarily hold up that well over the years.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause this other one was a metal box. I mean, that was just barely able to move that in one piece, thankfully.
Oh, wow. Now, why do they have all these chairs here? Were people able to come?
There's actually originally 10 children from my grandfather, and all of them knew her as the affectionate auntie that, used to give them peppermints and tissue paper and all that kind of.
So did they actually come out this morning?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can show you some pictures.
Oh, wow. Okay. So you guys are treating it as like a burial, basically.
Yeah,
like a whole
just
new.
because all these people,
Oh,
like
wow.
I said, they all knew her.
Yeah.
These aren't all of my aunts, but that's 2, 3, 4, 5, and there's one behind.
Oh my gosh.
I think there's 6. So there's
That's
two
crazy.
there's 2 that couldn't make it.
Certainly, that brings up a lot of memories for the
I can show
families
you.
and
So
stuff.
that was
Aw.
what's left of the casket. So they
Oh
just
my
kind of
gosh.
folded what they put together and we try to get all the remains, because you want to move everything
Yeah.
and not leave anything behind.
Wow.
So,
Yeah, kind of sad. All right,
Yeah.
folks. So, trying to be, as this young man pointed out, as respectful as possible in terms of what's happening here today. I just wanted to let you guys know that today was the day I was notified that the bodies are being moved. They have the funeral home here, and they've given family members an opportunity to come out and pay their last respects, I guess, again, as as they actually move the graves. So 2 graves have been moved thus far. Yeah, Mario, I agree. This isn't an easy job for the people who are here having to do it. And I guess they're going to start the process of moving the 3rd one here shortly. So just a sad situation, I think, all the way around. And a lot of people are still hoping that there could have been another solution to this. But, you know, it was already a done deal. I think at the end of the day, by the time people were really aware of what was going on. So there you have it. I think a lot of us have no clue what's involved in this type of a situation because it doesn't happen that often. So it's good to know that the funeral home is involved and that the family members can come out and have an opportunity to, you know, at least pay their respects again and ensure that their deceased loved ones are being handled with the utmost care. So they're going to actually seal that one particular grave now, it looks like. And then I guess they'll start work on the removal of the final one. Did anyone come out for the first person? Do you know?
Well, the first person was my aunt.
That was the first. Okay, so the second person.
We did identify. I think it was. I don't want to say.
Yeah.
There were a few people that we identified that were not close family, but
yeah.
relative.
So they would have been told that they could come out today as well if they wanted to.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
And then the final lady was she was a Russian Jew, I think. She was from another country. She doesn't happen to survive in Monday school either.
Yeah, the interesting thing is a couple weeks ago we came out here and we did a little live stream from here, and then it was so interesting to find out who these people were, you know, and their connections to people who are still here today. So, you know, it's part of history, I guess, at the end of the day. Wow. So they go through the whole process all over again of sealing it and all that stuff, folks, when they move their remains.
Yeah, they're moving the headstones, the original headstones.
Oh, they'll move the original headstones as well. Well, that's good. That's good to know. Yeah. So it's an unfortunate situation, folks, but at least, you know, it's being done in a respectable manner. Looks like by all parties involved. So the funeral home is on location here today. Obviously, NRA is on location. Is that lady with the funeral home as well?
She was DEH.
Oh, with DEH. Oh, okay. So then the Department of Environmental Health is also here supervising, you know, the process as well. It's amazing that they could even get those headstones off in one piece. That alone takes skill. Well, hopefully nobody else in this cemetery will need to be moved. Because there's a little child right over there with that little small grave. We had talked about that the other day when we were here as well. So it's an interesting situation. Yeah, those tombstones are not light, folks. That's like solid marble right there. So, folks, if you're just joining us this morning, this is at that private cemetery in Prospect that we had talked about a number of weeks ago. They're moving it to be able to widen the road a little bit in this area. And it's just 3 graves, in fact, that are being moved. The cemetery itself will remain. It's just that the 3 graves that are closest to the road have to be moved. So they've already, from weeks ago, dug the spots and laid the concrete structure to move them into. And then today is the actual day that the graves are being moved. So we have a young man here who's informed us quite helpfully that they have moved 2 already. They have 1 more that has to be moved. And the process is that, you know, if there are any family members, they are notified, or they would have been notified of the procedure today so that they could attend. And he showed us, in fact, ironically, one of his family members, his great aunt, is one of the 3 that's being moved. And so family members were allowed to come out and witness the ceremony. And basically they would have almost like a little funeral service, graveside service again for those individuals. And now they are actually moving the headstones as well, the original headstones, to place them back on the appropriate graves. So of course, after being, one lady was deceased for 30 years, you know, there's not going to be much left of her, or even the structure that she was in, apparently. So one metal box, he showed me a picture. It just looked like a clump of, I don't even know what to describe it as, not very much left of it. So they try to, they put it like on one of those plastic sheets, and then they move it over, but it's, you know, pretty much disintegrated. I'm kind of curious to know if embalming techniques have changed over the years. Are you preserved any better now than you would have been 30 years ago? Or is it the same sort of technique? I don't know. Quite an interesting situation. So, yeah, they're just moving the headstone and whatever else needs to be moved along with the contents of the grave. Yeah, it's kind of a sad situation, really. I mean, you know. I don't particularly want to be out here for too long watching this, to be quite frank. But I at least wanted you all to be aware of what was happening here today, and to know a little bit about the process. And we certainly hope that they rest in peace. So representatives from NRA are here, because it's ultimately an NRA project. We've got obviously the funeral home representatives also in location. And we do have DEH, Department of Environmental Health, making sure that it's done, I suppose, in a particular manner. You know, safety for everyone involved. And the guys look like they're taking a little bit of a break. It's hard work, without a doubt. Emotionally, I'm sure it's also a difficult thing to be involved in. And, you know, they're taking all necessary precautions. As well. So logistics, I guess, is what they're working on now, involved, and that's pretty much all we can tell you at this point. Is they've moved 2 of the 3, and the 3rd one will get moved here shortly as well. So precautions, you know, they've got gloves on and so on. It'd be interesting to kind of hear the procedure from the perspective of you know, there's very specific laws and stuff regulating burials and accounts even when you're moving a grave. So they have to make sure that they adhere to all of those as well. So there you have it, folks. All right, that's all we've got here for you this Sunday morning. I hope that you guys have a blessed day and enjoy your Sunday. I know a lot of you are probably getting ready to go to church. So enjoy that as well. Enjoy your afternoon. It looks like it's a lovely day here in the Cayman Islands today. Please be safe out on roadways if you're going out in the water. Also try to be safe out there. You guys take care for now.